I didn't finish Risen. Instead I got ill, moved house, got ill again, and played Portal 2. I'll try and keep this spoiler free, presumably exclaiming it's good enough isn't much of a spoiler, though nor a review. So to expand, I was worried that Portal 2 would be like the Matrix sequels, that is, anticlimactic because the glory of the Matrix was its concept, the introduction of its simple mind-bending ideas which didn't live up to expectations for a second or third telling, because there were too few new ideas to keep it fresh, among other reasons. Likewise, once the first Portal game revealed its party trick, it was going to be difficult to keep the trick as thrilling for a second showing. Fortunately, Valve have provided enough new tricks and story to relieve my worries. You play the same mute Latino heroine, Chell, having been captured and placed in a relaxation suite following your defeat of GLaDOS in the first game. Invariably, things go wrong and you find an unlikely robot ally. ... Gameplay is as before. Some of the puzzles have neat solutions, some felt a touch haphazard or messy. Portal 2 augments most aspects of the original and sits at about 8 hours of gameplay, although it took me a bit longer because I'm a dunce. And there's a co-op campaign with unique puzzles solvable by 2. Several new mechanics are added to your portal-wielding arsenal: reversible excursion funnels, hard light surfaces, aerial faith plates, various coloured sludges for repulsion, propulsion and conversion, thermal discouragement beams instead of energy balls, and the game largely manages to avoid repeating itself, which was a danger at this length. Most importantly to my mind is that the game extends the backstory of Aperture and GLaDOS through its gameplay, by telling the story of the company from its humble beginnings in the early 1940s through its decline from the 1960s onwards. It's appropriate that Portal 2 remains a non-violent puzzle game at its core, aimed at everyone! But I can't help feeling that a more grown-up narrative opportunity has been missed. Dark, emotive tales could have been more explicitly told about deceased or mutated test subjects, and about Aperture's gradual domination by rogue AIs. I suppose I'd have liked to have seen the odd corpse and journal to deepen our understanding of and our compassion for the employees and test subjects in their madness and panic. Portal offered glimpses of insanity caused by isolation through its regular secluded wall scrollings, but I'd say this tone doesn't entirely follow through into Portal 2. Stephen Merchant, the Office extras, as Wheatley, nudges the humour just a touch over the line from black into goofy. The human voice applied to his machine character is slightly jarring at first, since Merchant as Wheatley wasn't given the same synthesized treatment as Ellen McLean as GLaDOS, but he does do it warmly and well enough to ingratiate himself to most players pretty quickly. Being a miserable, brooding System Shock 2 admirer, I was hoping that Portal 2 would be something more of a dark sci-fi thriller rather than a fun family adventure, but it's still extremely good and leaks enough context through its narration by Merchant, McLean and J.K. Simmons as Aperture founder Cave Johnson to let our imaginations run wild with the horrible things that actually happened in Aperture, even if the game is too timid to flesh them out. Make no mistake, this is a tight, elegant, Valve-produced interactive experience, as ever. If I was
a massive twat,
I might feel compelled to award this game 0 out of 10 for having Day 1 DLC.
Shocking.
Unforgivable. I do fear this game sets us down the path towards first-person Peggle rather than System Shock 3, disappointing but to be expected. It's obviously very worthy, but it won't hijack my nostalgic feelings for the original Portal and its original credit score, and I can't guarantee I'm actually going to play this again. So, yeah, fluffy animals. I'm going to award Portal 2 many fluffy animals. Aww. They're very, very cute. Valve would like this.